the way it was put, that women buy without thinking, even when they don't need it. What is the way forward? With me, this time, is a woman who has gone through tough times, and she's standing gidigba like a man. She's here to encourage other women that are still sitting there waiting for their husbands to do everything for them. I know that there are great women out there doing great things. And so if you're a woman, you are not an exception. You know, it got me angry when that question came from a man that says women don't think before they buy. And the reason is because they don't do anything. They are not fending for the home. They are not contributing financially to the home. That is why they buy anyhow. They buy what they don't need. They copy other women so as to be able to meet up socially. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BRTV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there. Welcome back. This is Family Matters. Don't forget to bring all your families right now, because we need to discuss the way forward for the home to prosper financially and spiritually. So today I have with me a very special guest that is so dear in my heart. She's Mrs. Fashogbon Atinuke. She's a proprietor of Star de la Ville International School, Abuja here. She's a woman who has gone through the thick and thin, and she's standing strong to stand for her home, her marriage, and her children. And her children call her blessed. You're welcome to this program.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Julie Onovera. I'm pleased to be here. It's a privilege to encourage other women out there that spending. Fine, women spend. It's important they spend. But what is their source of income? They must consider that.
Yes.
There is no how you can spend more than what you are earning. If you are spending more than what you are earning, you are heading towards doom. Now, if you talk about spending, it's all on us. Even if the husband is attending to the needs in the house, the woman stays back and sees some petty expenses which she may not be able to account for, or writing it down to get it back from the husband. Except for that. But when woman is spending lavishly, that I don't support, because a lot of women have brought their husband to bankrupt.
So at what point do you think a woman goes into lavish spending?
A woman goes into lavish spending when her income does not balance with her expenses.
Okay, so if you're a woman there, maybe your salary is 100,000 naira a month, and you're spending almost 200,000 naira.
Some go as far as 500,000.
500,000 naira a month. So how do you meet up? Oh, so when you now spend about 500,000 naira a month, when your income is 100,000 naira a month, it means you will be forced to dip hands into your husband's finances, right?
That is if it's available. If
okay,
it is
that
not,
is if
they go on debts.
Okay.
And the embarrassment comes back to the husband.
To the husband. Oh my God. So what is the way forward? That's why we're here.
The way forward is, how much can you work as a woman?
Okay.
A woman who can work and afford her bills, I have no problem with them.
Good.
But most women who like spending are these ones who cannot work.
Who don't do anything.
They don't do anything. And they want everything.
Good. They don't do anything,
and they want everything. They cannot step down to do petty jobs. A whole me is what you will hear.
Yes.
Get them a job and they will tell you, how can a whole me be doing this? How much will this bring for me? When will this yield certain amount? In the course of underrating all those jobs, those women selling bole, they are selling akara by the roadside.
They make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money.
That reminds me, do you know what? I have a talk shop in my own school too. And some time ago, I invited a friend when I saw that she was not doing anything to come and take over the shop. I was not ready to collect anything from her. All I wanted is be handling this. I even went as far as to give her money to stock the place. You see? Because I was ready to empower her. I gave her money, just be supplying things to the shop and make sure you monitor the sales. She, even till date, it's over 5 years now, she has not supplied anything. And that shop, I make a lot of money from there. For her, the reason for not even doing it was because how much will I be getting from sweets, mineral, biscuits, what's there?
Little drop of water.
If my friends sees me, what will I tell them? You see? And in that shop,
to impress others.
I make sure that shop gives me no less than 150,000 naira a month.
Wow, that's interesting. You see, anyone that is lazy, even it happens in other gender, anyone that is lazy, just study them very well. They are the one who have appetite for
taste,
very
good things,
and they are not ready to work
for it. They are not ready to work.
That is where I have problem with them. If they are ready to work for it, fine. Who will query you? You have gone. Good. Who will say, why are you spending? If you earn 1 million a month, and at the end of the day, you have spent 950 every month, it's your money.
That's your business.
If you don't have savings, it's nobody's business.
It's nobody's business.
But you are earning 100,000, you have spent 500,000 in the course of buying clothes to impress who?
Yes.
Buying shoes to impress who? You are not even buying the essential things in the house. You are not participating.
And you know what? The worst is that the children will be sent out of schools.
Out of schools.
They find it difficult to support their husband.
We have seen situations like that. That women will come to us and say, please, I have spent the money, I will pay it back. Some to the list of 12,000, to the list of 10,000, they cannot afford it. So it's quite embarrassing when you see people like that, and yet they wouldn't stop. The shame is not enough to deter them from all this irrelevant spending. I know of a woman, she's not working, and yet we heard that she was owing somebody 350,000 for what? Clothes and shoes.
And yet you are not doing anything. You're not doing anything.
She has a laundry shop, but she's not attending to it. She has a boutique. She's not attending to it.
She's a big woman. I know that's what all these first-class ladies does. They just open their shops.
No proper account, and all the debts run off onto the husband.
And that is why at the end of the year, that shop will close down.
She's not even running it again.
Good. The shop has closed down.
The shop has closed down.
Women.
The shops have closed down
because of lack of monitoring.
Control.
It's not just opening a business, but how do you run the business? Do you have time for the business? Are you accountable? Do you have integrity? Do you have customer relationship? That's what we're saying. See, we're not trying to talk women down, because I know there are some great women doing exploits right now. We have young ladies occupying big places in the society now. Like Zenith Bank, all those big organizations being, run by women. So we want to be able to have as many women as Ngozi Iweala in this country. We want to be able to have women. Listen, if we have about just 10% of women who are doing, seriously well in this country, this Nigeria will change.
Very well.
Because women are organizers. So we are not trying to run women down. All we are saying is that if you must spend extravagantly, then you must have an investment. Do you have an investment? If you don't have an investment, then why are you spending lavishly? If you don't have an investment, why do you have to go into competition with other women? And like she rightly said, whom are you trying to impress? Your children will be sent away from school.
You want to dress to kill.
You want to dress to kill.
Who has died?
You want to attend all the parties in the town. It doesn't make sense. Think about it. We'll be right back. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BRTV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there. Yes, so welcome back to this program, Family Matters, with Dr. Pastor Mrs. Julie Onoviona. Are you a woman there? Just tell other women we need to arise, because the Bible says in Proverbs 31:14 that he that findeth a woman, a wife, finds a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. You are supposed to be a good thing to your husband. And do you know, if you are a good thing to your husband, the crisis most families are having these days will not be there. The rate of divorce is so high these days as a result of women and men not agreeing together, because of all these issues arising from the home. And if only we can have women who are doggedly ready to make it right, to stand as a good thing, and to be favor of the Lord for their husbands, then the world will have become a good place. So you're welcome back to this program. Mrs.
Thank you very
Fashogbon, we are still on this program. What then is the way forward? How do we curtail this excessive buying of things by women? And secondly, a lot of women are not doing anything. I observe that most women, I would say 80% of women, they may be very, very strong and hardworking before getting married. But immediately they get into marriage, they drop that enthusiasm, they drop everything about them and become useless to themselves. And that is why when a woman is not financially buoyant in the home, a lot of issues comes up in the family. What should women do? Why should women be financially equipped?
Number one is information.
Information.
How well informed is the woman?
And you know, a lot of women are not informed. Most women carry their phones about.
They don't know they
don't
can make
even
money.
know what
The phone is all about.
All they do is selfie. Yes, that's
WhatsApp,
just what they do.
and WhatsApp.
And WhatsApp. And this phone can earn you millions in a month. So you need to be informed. If you are not informed, then I think you are deformed.
Yes. So in order not to be deformed, a woman needs information. And what are these information? Even the Bible says, my people perish because they lack knowledge. Where does knowledge come from? Knowledge comes from being informed.
So do you know the amount of information you have determines the kind of lifestyle you live.
Yes.
So if you don't have information, You'll be restricted to
Yes.
live anyhow lifestyle.
So once they are informed, if they have understanding, and in all our gettings, we should get understanding. Wisdom is true, profitable. But yet, understanding of if I spend more than I earn, what do I stand to gain? If I don't spend up to what I earn, what do I stand to gain? If God can look at a man when he created man and looked at the man and said, Uncle Adam, I don't think you can carry this. He brought a manager. It is true, God has made Adam to be dominion over all things, but he brought a manager
to manage the
resources.
Finances. Good.
So
are you managing your husband's finances, or you are devouring it? A lot of women devour.
Yes.
They devour their husband's finances. I remember some years back, I discovered that my husband likes buying things. He doesn't know how to manage money. So once he collects the money like that, I invest it. I observe it and I say, no, we can't continue like this. If we continue like this, we are going to crash. And so I just use style to pray about it and we discuss it. And today we are enjoying abundance. So are you helping your husband to manage his finances, or you are helping him to destroy it, to devour the money?
So secondly, if you cannot manage, it becomes a problem.
It's a big problem.
And shame begins to set in.
Wow.
And what lesson do you have the intention to teach your children? You have children. You cannot only if you cannot manage resources, your resources are plenty. You have financial resources, you have material resources, you have even human resources. The children and their husband, how do you manage them? What are their needs? Are those needs critical? Are those needs, how do you save even for the raining day?
For the raining, and that's another big problem in most homes. Most people don't save for the raining days. And that's why when issues comes up, because there is no plan for the raining days, you start seeing the issues escalating, and that's why we have so much rates of divorce these days. So God has made a woman a manager. God has seen the man. He saw the man. He saw that the man was not complete. And that was why he brought the woman to assist to manage the man's resources. So if you have not been managing the man's resources, then something is wrong somewhere. So you need information on how to help the man to manage his resources. Because behind a successful man,
there is a successful woman too.
So if your man is not, if your man is not succeeding, it could be that you are not helping to manage what is coming in.
Yes. So the information management, and the skill. There are some women, they don't know how to manage, but have you gone out to seek how to be skilled to manage? Because getting skills is important. Even thinking skills, we need it. Skills, acquiring skills, acquisition of skills to do some relevant things in the house. And how do you, like Nigeria of today, if it's in the olden days, men, like somebody will say, my man is enough. It is true God is enough, but my man is enough, meaning the man can supply all.
That was in those days.
But now Nigeria of today,
a woman must be seen doing something.
Be economically matured. So financially matured. So the two of them, in the course of how do you work, and you must be able to manage your work with your time and the children.
Yes.
And that's another factor, because some women will tell you, oh, I have to work, I go to work. If you go to work, does it stop you from managing the children? You are not being strategic. If you are strategic,
you know, some women even put the work at the expense of their family.
A lot we have seen. I'm an educator, so I have seen a lot. You will call some parents, could you please bring your children on Saturday for remedial classes or for extra classes, just to help those children? They will say, I'm going to work, I don't have time. That's what they tell you. I will ask some, I'll say, whose children are we talking about? Are you aware today is Saturday? I am supposed to stay with my family, but I decided to sacrifice it for your family. Isn't that enough?
They are not bothered. They're
But
just running
they don't
after
understand.
money. Yes.
So even the money, they don't know how to chase.
Uh-huh.
If you even have to run after money, you must know how to chase. Like follow who know road. Like somebody will say, follow who know road. If you continue to follow the blind, buying, like you have said, it's a big problem. And we should check, prioritize. We should prioritize
our needs.
At least everybody did economics. In those days, everybody did economics. That they told us opportunity cost, they told us a list of priorities. So we'll put, opportunities cost, scale of preference.
Scale of preference.
So scale of preference is putting all what you need according to how important they are. So when you have that, okay, school fees, priority. This one, priority. This one is not necessary. I may not. I can as well get it in 2 months' time. You can save towards it. Everything needs planning. So you can save towards it. So another one is planning. You must plan as a manager. You need to plan and organize. You need to stay organized. When you have money, when you are expecting money or you have money already, you need to plan. How do I spend this money positively, that it will bring productive income for you? Now, when you don't plan, you will lavish. You lavish when you squander, when you don't know when you cannot even account for what you have spent the money for. But it's important you know what you have spent the money on, and you come back, you are happy, you are feeling happy. If you have not spent the money very well, you'll be feeling sad. And at the end of the day, depression may set in for you.
Depression may set in.
Who has done you like this is because you lack the skills, you could not manage, you lack understanding, and you don't have information, and you cannot plan.
And
Thank stay organized.
Much. And another thing I also observe is that a lot of women are not ready to start in a little way. They want to start so big. And they expect their husband to give them like 5 million naira to start up a business. So what advice do you have for such women?
Well, for them to expect 5 million, the husband must be able to afford that 5 million. But in a case where the husband cannot afford the 5 million.
Even if the husband can afford the husband.
They must state their proposal. The proposal on what they want to do, how they want to do it, the achievable plans, what they intend getting at the long run. Is it a long-term business? Is it a short-term business? What exactly are they planning on? They must take, for instance, a woman who wants to open a boutique. She must be able to convince the husband that I will have this section for children, I will have this section for this, I will do this, this is how I will be remitting, this is how I will do. You know, if she cannot prove that, some people will just collect the money, they go to market, they just buy anything, they come back, they cannot even afford a table to put the clothes. And they have finished buying all the goods. Now there's no there's nowhere to showcase what you have bought. It means they still did not plan. They didn't plan. So in this case, you must be sure your husband can afford that money. And again, if your husband cannot afford and you are demanding that, then sorry, it's a pity that you are expecting the ship at the airport, because it will not come. It's either you expect the man to go and steal or whatever, and which the man will not go and do for you. But be knowledgeable enough to have understanding of little drop of water make a mighty ocean. Remember those days that people sell recharge card and they are making it. I have seen a barber who built a house.
Yes, so many.
So many barbers who built a house. A woman selling bolly, and another woman selling roasted plantain. I'm sorry, roasted plantain. A woman selling roasted plantain has sent two children to the university. They graduated since the demise of their father. So
just selling
roasted plantain, granuts, whatever, within her reach there. She goes to the market, buys in bulk, put a stew. Sometimes she adds yam, roasted yam to eat, and she sells. But that is what she does.
But,
She
but
does
do you
daily
know
savings.
some women are not bold enough to do such a business? They will tell you, you know, with my class, you know, my beauty, for me to stoop so low to sell those
That is
things.
another topic entirely. It is self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem, unnecessary self-esteem. When you are big, you are big. When you are small, accept that you are small. Some people, they know they are small, but because
Well,
they want to
I
mingle.
even know a lot of ladies who are graduates, well-read, who are selling moi today. And they make
Very
a lot
well.
of money.
Very well.
I know of one who is a caterer. She's not just an ordinary caterer. In a year, she does more than 50 jobs.
I know the one who sell okrika, and yes,
They're
she's
making
her
money.
money.
So why don't you humble yourself for you to get up there? Humble yourself for you to get up there. Well, this is still family matters. A lot of men, there was a question that came in last 2 weeks, and the man said, I don't even trust my wife to release even 1 naira for her to go into business.
Yes.
Because they've tried it several times, and they've discovered that nothing came out of the business. He said he had established the wife 3 times. The first time he gave 3 million naira. Then she wanted to go to China. She empowered her with 3 million naira.
Has she done
Came
the
back
business before?
The business closed down. She gave her another 2 million. She gave her another 3 million. Right now, he said, I'm not ready to release anything to my wife because of trust. So,
okay.
We are still discussing on this. Women matter, how women can step up so that we can have peace in our homes. We'll be right back. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BRR TV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BRR TV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there. Yes, you're welcome back to Family Matters with Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona. It's been on women matter. And the truth is, if we can have women who are doggedly, ruggedly determined to take up the position God has placed them, the world will be a better place. We've been discussing on the issue of women buying without thinking, women not ready to do anything, women spending without thinking, women going into competition unnecessarily without considering the financial implications. And this has led to the problem of not having trust in the family. Most men believe that they cannot even empower their wives again because they don't trust their financial stability. They are not focused, they don't have plans, and they believe women's place is still supposed to be in the kitchen as a result of not being able to show forth what God has deposited into them. Well, we are rounding up. The time is fast spent. We'll be coming up again next time to discuss on the need for us to have trust in our relationship. To my special guest,
Thank
Mrs.
you very
Fashomo.
much
Thank
for the
you
honor.
for coming for this program.
Thanks for the
I
honor.
know we'll be inviting you back to continue with this program.
It's okay.
And to my viewers, if you are a woman there, please, you need to step up so that your children can call you blessed and your husband can sing your praises. After all, Proverbs 31:14 says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtaineth favor
in the sight
from
of
the
God.
Lord. You are a favor from the Lord and a good thing to your husband. God bless you. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BR TV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there.